Kia ora and welcome to Crafter Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today I'm just going to work on my Maggie Morrison. As you can see, I'm actually nearly completed. It's getting pretty close to the end. I've just got a few things to do. So I thought I'd sit here and I'd stitch a while with you and we can have a lovely little conversation. Just relax. So yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this Maggie Morrison's style of doing things. I'm finding it very, very relaxing. And a friend said to me the other day, what style would you call this? And I said, it's kind of like doodling on fabric. And I think that's what Maggie does. She just, away she goes, she does something and she just doodles on the fabric with needle and thread. And it is very, very relaxing. It doesn't really matter what you're doing or where things are and all that sort of thing. It's not vitally important. I'm using loads and loads of, I guess the threads I'm using are just my cross stitch. I call this my cross stitch thread. You know, lots of different ones, sparkly ones and all that sort of thing. So it's very relaxing. You just kind of find the pattern that's there, and from there it's really, really simple. It really is. It's so darn relaxing. I don't think there's anything down here. So this piece here has little blue hearts in it, so I don't know if you can see them. They're quite dark actually. So they might not pop off this fabric because it's a slightly different blue to the blue of the fabric that's there. And as you can see, I'm just going to do, and all my stitches I've done too have been really simple. So that's just a daisy stitch and then another one next door to it. And there's my heart, done. The one beneath it, that's done with the sparkly thread I like so much. So just this one here. And I've used the sparkly thread here and there in places. Yeah, I've just gone from little bits and pieces, and yeah, I'm just having fun, really. I'm just letting the thread talk as it walks its way across the fabric. This is the first time I've done a knot, so I'm on camera. Now I'm on camera. Let's knot up at saying this is just not on, Paula. Oh my goodness, it's a bad knot too. I don't know what I've done there. How did I manage that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's really knotty. It's not like a little bit. It's like seriously knotty. So I'm just going to check the back of my fabric. No, there's not a big mess behind. It's just this one here. So, oh, I can't see what's gone wrong. But let's see if I can get, I think, yeah, I can see it's one side of the fabric's kind of gone. This has gone all funny. I don't quite know how it's managed that. So I'm just pulling on it and encouraging it to go to the same length. I think that's the problem. Or at least I hope it is. No, it's something all the way back here. See that? And there's not a big mess on the back, one hopes. There we go. All sorted. There you go. So you just play around with the thread. I'm going to check my back again because I really don't want a big mess. I'm going to be gluing this down when I'm finished because it's going in a tray that I got given. So yeah. I've got my new sewing machine. I know you're all dying to see it. We'll see that on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Oh, today's Wednesday. I usually tell you what day it is. I don't know why I do that. But it's Wednesday. It's in the afternoon. I've just, my husband's on late shift today. So he's on call tonight. So everyone in Greymouth, please keep off your trampolines. And so he'll be busy being called in and out, and hopefully it's not too bad a night because tomorrow I've got my crochet knit group here, and it's, don't know, these late nights are starting to affect me. Normally it doesn't bother me at all, you know, get called out as often as, you know, he's helping people, for goodness sake. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with me, it's his job. And but just lately I've noticed if he's had a really hard night on and he gets called out a lot, I actually get tired. So yeah, normally I used to stay awake. We had a really bad call out when we lived in Invercargill. So I usually stay awake so we can have a little conversation and that sort of thing, just in case it's another bad call out. But yeah, I'm just finding it's just too tiring. I just feel so tired. So I don't know how on earth he's coping. You know, obviously we're just getting a little bit old for all these call outs. But yeah, he's been doing the job for years, so I shouldn't complain. It's a good job. Keeps me in the lifestyle I'm accustomed to. But oh, I wish people would stay off the trampolines. I know it's a bit more serious than that. It's a bit more serious, but yeah. And I think the health system here in New Zealand has also changed a little bit. So yeah, that's been a bit of a struggle too. So never mind. It's not the end of the world, is it? So yeah, and he does like doing the call work. So yeah. What else can I talk? Oh, I walked out today. Oh, it's such a lovely day here. Oh my goodness, it is so spring light out there. I wore my lovely hat that I made years and years ago. My daughter was into the movie Twilight, and there was this character in it called Bella. Yes, her name was Bella. And she's the one who married the vampire in the end, you know, on that last one where she had the child. And I don't know, I could be spoiling it for people. Stop telling everyone the story, Paula. Anyway, so she was at the beach. I think it was the first movie. I've got to find the end. I don't know where the end is. Oh, dear, oh dear, I've got too thick of a... Oh, I'm just going to leave it like that. You know, it's not going to bother me. I'm nearly completed, for goodness sake. It's quite a big gap over to here, that's all. So I think I'm going to tie off there, and I'm going to come down and do this one, tie off again, come up and do this one, and then I can move across to these. I don't like to move my thread. See, I've already got big gaps here in the back with the thread. I don't like that look. So anyway, Bella was at the beach with her friends, and she was wearing this hat, and my daughter commented, "Oh, that's a cool hat." So I had some yarn, and I found the I'm calling it the Bella pattern. I don't know if that's what it is. I think it might be. It could also be called the Twilight hat. And I crocheted it. And after I crocheted it, she had a look at it and she said, "Oh, actually, I don't like it anymore." Well, I crocheted a hat, and it was with some really soft. It had merino and possum yarn. Those of you who knit know how lovely that yarn is. And so I kept it, and I've been using it ever since. Well, today I noticed it was, you know, it's been a while since Twilight. You know, and my daughter's what? She's in her 30s now. So, yeah, and she was at home when the Twilight movies were on. So, at least I think it was. I think it was my older daughter. It could have been my younger daughter. I don't know. But, yep, so I've been wearing this hat ever since, and today I noticed, oh, it's actually looking a little bit old. So I'm going to have to make a new Twilight hat. Oh, I know. I don't even know where I put the pattern or anything like that. But from memory, it didn't take very long. Like, I made it, and I think it took me like 2 hours at the most. And that was because it had this stitch in the middle where you had to double crochet into the back of it, so you kind of made a stitch across. It looks like a stitch across, knitting stitch. So yeah, you kind of I've forgotten the name of it. What was it? Anyway, it was the first time I'd done that stitch, where you actually stitched into the oh, I can't even remember the name of the stitches. Gosh, this is bad. I'm not even tired. I'm just lazy today, aren't I? What's it called? The picket. Your back picket. So you stitched behind the back picket or something. So the stitch that came up, the double crochet, so you've got the double crochets coming up, and you stitched, rather than stitching in front of it, you stitched behind it, and that made this look on it, and it looks amazing. Actually, I really like it. I like the hat. It's a really cool hat, so, and very, very warm. Well, of course it is. It's merino and possum. I don't think I have any more of that yarn. I don't know. I might have to go through my little stash and have a look. So from memory, I don't think I did it either. I think I bought it from a store. It must have been from Hokitika. It must have been from the Sock World in Hokitika. And they were doing merino. Do you know what? No, I think it was from when we used to have in Hokitika, they had this big sheep that was the doorway. And inside there was this place, and they sold sheep skins and possum skins and all sorts of things inside it. It was very touristy. And inside there, they had yarn. And it was, merino and possum, and it was in there. I think that's where it came from. It's all coming back to me. Look at that. I'm not as old as what I thought. So, yeah, and it was absolutely, it's a lovely yarn, but I've got a funny feeling I only bought a little bit of it, and I used it all for the hat. And, and my daughter was like, oh, no, I like the one Bella had more, and it was a different colour also. So, she didn't want that one. So, yeah, but I kept it. Anyway, so I walked to art today because art's not that far from where I live, the community class that I go to. And I did it, still on pencil art, which is slow going, I've got to say. Pencil art is the slowest thing that you can possibly do when you're arting. But and as I was walking, the birds were kind of chirping, and it's just lovely. Well, we've had some really nasty weather. There's snow in, the other day they had it at Hamner Springs where the hot pools are. People were sitting in the hot pools with snow falling around them, which I've always wanted to do but never really done it. And I don't know, I think I've got a funny feeling it would actually be too cold for me and I wouldn't be able to handle it anyway. So I don't know, maybe not the best idea for me, but it just looks so romantic, everyone sitting in the hot pools and the steam coming up from them, and it was so pretty. So we've had a really cold front go through New Zealand. It's come up from Antarctica there, just down there, a little bit further off to the coast here. And and there we go. All those hearts are done, and now all this area. I've got these hearts, I've got these flowers. What shall we do next? I'm not quite sure. We'll have a little look-see. So it's really the middle that I've left quite a bit of it, really. Thought they were the wrong scissors. There they are. So you can just see the gaps. See, there's not very many gaps left now. So I've really done loads and loads of thread doodling, I'm calling it, on here. And I am thoroughly enjoying myself. I find it very relaxing, very therapeutic. There's no wrong and right way with it. You're just making the stitches up. I've had my stitch dictionary out a few times to try and remind myself of different stitches, because everything to me feels the same. I'm thinking the leaves I might do in these. Yep, I think these leaves here I'm going to do in this. I'm using, we'll just throw that into my orc container. What's on the end of here? Yep, so there's 3 threads in here, and I don't know. I really have enjoyed this whole project. It's hard to thread a needle when you're at the pointy end. That was pointed out to me today at art. Margaret, bless her little heart, she was sitting there doing her sewing for class. Catching up on things. The project, I tell you, the project's going so slowly, so very slowly. It's almost painful now. What am I going to do here? I think I'm going to do just a little bit of a Y stitch on all of these. I don't know if it's going to suit, but that's what I'm seeing in my head. So there we go. Then you get that lovely, and there we go. So people have been calling this another stitch, but it was always known, see, it's a Y. It's always been a Y stitch. So you go on either side, go down where you want to, and you kind of catch the thread so it makes a V. See, there's the top of the Y, and then you're just doing the stick, which I'm going to bring down over to here on this plant. See, quick, simple, easy. Yeah, it really is. It's so relaxing. There have been a couple of times where I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with a few of the places where I've done some doodling, and I thought, no, I'm going to leave it. It'll be something for me to look at, and those stitches are there. So I have noticed that I am repeating quite a few stitches. So yeah, lots of Y stitching throughout. I've done some feather stitches. I'm into crosses at the moment, so there's loads and loads of crosses here. And I'm just basically having fun with it, loads and loads of fun. So I do know there is no wrong or right way, you know, with this sort of thing, because you're doodling with the thread, you're letting it walk and talk to you, and what it says to you is, you know, is the case of what I'm just letting go through. So yeah, I might do this one the other way, facing the other way. Just check I'm not going to catch my tail again, because I've been doing a bit of catching off the tail. So yeah, no, it was a lovely walk to art today. I had birds kind of, you know, they bop when they walk beside you. Well, there was what are they called? I think they're thrushes. I think that's what they were called. So lots of thrushes were out this morning, and they were bopping, and they weren't scared of me at all. They were actually following me, almost like they wanted to be fed. Come on, human, feed me, kind of thing. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking as they were bopping along. I didn't see any fantails, which I always love to see fantails. They flutter beside you as you walk, but I guess because I'm in town, and I usually see the fantails when I'm doing the cycle track, walking Cleo and that sort of thing. So, you know, I shouldn't complain, should I? But I am. Yep, I'm going to complain about it. Didn't see any fantails. Where were they? What were they doing? Oh dear, I'm a shocker. So yes, and it was a lovely walk, and I could hear, I don't know, at the moment we've got a bird somewhere around here, and it's making the same sound as, you know, when your phone makes that noise, you've got a notification and it does this dinging kind of sound. Mine doesn't, because I've got it on another sound that I can hear. I don't, if I haven't got my hearing aids in, I wouldn't hear that ding. But there's a bird outside and it makes the exact sound. And oh my goodness, it's been calling and dinging, and oh, it's been very frustrating, because of course I've been out in the garden so much. All my tulips are coming up, which I'm absolutely gobsmacked with. So that'll be really nice. So they're all nice and they're just starting to come up. So that'll be lovely when they all pop up and they're standing there, and it'll be gorgeous. So yeah, it kind of feels like spring is coming. And of course, with the snow falling, we had snow on, I think it's called Mount Davy or Mount Bruce. Anyway, it's named after some dude, either Dave or Bruce. And we had snow on there, and it was like, oh my goodness, look at that. And I don't think this year in the winter we've actually had snow there. So of course that meant the barber that blows through town was incredibly chilly. Just going to do that over here. Oh, it's thread itself. It usually means I'm near the end of the thread. So I'll just, hopefully I can rethread. I've done it a couple of times, and so far we've had it first go every go, but this thread is starting to feel. Oh, I might have. Yes. There we go. So yeah, so that was a surprise. People up country, no, it wasn't threaded properly. People up country are still getting frosts. So, yep, I said to my friend who's the gardener, when shall I plant my potatoes? Because they've got all these potatoes uptown that you can buy to plant. And I couldn't remember when we normally do that. And she said, no, when the frosts are over, but you can buy them at the moment, and you put them in trays and you put them in your greenhouse or somewhere warm, and they will sprout. And once all the frosts are finished, and I thought, well, I'm not getting them here. I'm in town, so, and I'm too close to the sea. So if I get a frost, it's really cold out there because, right next door to the sea here. So, yeah, but, yep, so never mind. So I thought, well, I'll do that this weekend. That'll be my garden job to do. And it's okay to plant my strawberries, which I was thinking about. I'll get my strawberries all done. And she's like, yep, no, you should have done that a little while ago. But I thought, well, you hadn't told me to do that. So, not me that's to blame. My gardening guru. Oh, dear. And what else have I done this week? Oh, I went to printing yesterday. And oh, my goodness, I think on Thursday I'm going to show you one of my prints. So finally I've done a print I'm happy with. Yep. I got one wrong, even though I'd put these tabs on the side of the lino thing that I'd done. And, I didn't, Carlene, the lovely tutor, did. And she got me to write top at the top so I'd know which way the print was, and I could position it over when I did my second print over where it needs to go, so I could line it all up and everything. And I don't know, I did a print and I didn't read it, and I just swapped it down, put it through the printing press, and it was the wrong way round. And oh dear, it's the end of a beautiful friendship on that one. So never mind, one of my prints is no good, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. There's no rules in printing, there's no right or wrong. I think those leaves are looking really, really cool. I'm going to leave them there and come back to them later. I'm going to come into here. No, actually, I think what we'll do is we'll do a flower. So, first of all, I kind of need to look at it and pick a few things out. So I've got yellows, greens, reds around. I don't have very many pinks, so I'll grab a pink. Quite like that, a neon pink. For the middle, I might actually use this, or should I use this one? I think I like that one more, so I might use that one. Yep, so I'm going to start in the middle. No, I'm not. I'm going to do the pink first. Yep, let's be truthful. Do the pink first. It's nearly all gone. See, I'm just using this pink. That's okay. I've got some more in a cupboard, so don't panic. I'm using 3 strands of the neon whenever I use it. What stitch shall I do? Let's have a little look here. Do you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to go around so I can get the petal shapes that I can see. So that should be one shape through here and another one through there. I think that's the best idea. So I'm going to start in the middle here. And remember, I've got 3 threads on, so it's quite thick. it's going to be quite thick thread, and I'll try and do a split stitch. So I'm just going to split that in there. So I'm just going into, you'll be able to see it a bit better. So if I go up here, and then the stitch that I've just done, I'm going to go into that stitch. So I'm splitting the thread and it makes it one continuous line. I quite like that. So I'm just going to do that around all of these leaves. So it's nothing, again, it's like the simplest. Oh look, and there's my bunny. Put it around this way. Don't you think that is the cutest little bunny? It needs something here. I think I need to put some little French knots in. But so cute. I love the bunny. Oh, love the bunny, I did. There's only one bunny on all of this fabric. Everything else is a rat from here on in. So I need to work out what I'm going to do on. I think I've got 3 of them to do. So, yep, I thought, oh, I'll sort that out in a little bit. And I'll get that all sorted. And as you can see, I'm just doing a little stitch forward, jump forward, and then splitting near the front somewhere. Oh, I've gone in the wrong place. Just going to pull that one out. I'm going to pull it out the back because I'm not happy with where it is. I'm making the rules up. There are no rules. But I think I want to follow that white line here. See, just that white line. I'm also checking the back. I'm not pulling it too tight and all of that sort of thing. I think from what I understood Annie saying, Maggie actually put this in a a stretcher for the fabric and that sort of thing, you know, one of those round hoop things. And I don't really want to do that. I guess I find this more comfortable. I like holding the fabric, to tell you the truth. There's something about the fabric and you're holding it, and yep, I'm turning it a little bit, but not too much. I'm actually going underneath that other stitch there, so it goes underneath it, but not on top of it, because I don't want to ruin what I've just done. And I think by going into the stitch, that would ruin it somehow. I'm sure it's just me being pedantic, Paula. So there have been some places where I've just totally gone off from what the fabric has said to me. It's like this running stitch. There were lots of little flowers, but I thought it was maybe looking a little bit too flowery. But I don't know. I don't think it is looking too flowery now. It's just, yeah, it's slowly all coming together, and it just really, each time I pick it up, it makes me smile. I can see the different stitches I've done, so that's always nice to see all the different stitches and everything. And I thought, well, by having it on the tray, it's really going to enliven that whole tray up and make it, it's definitely going to be a tray that I will use all the time. It'll be here in this room, and I'll have everything on it for my channel, so I can just pick up the tray. So at the moment I've got things in a tray, in a box, yep, and my needles and everything. So I thought hopefully everything can just go straight onto the tray, and it'll make it all nice and pretty and relaxing and all the rest of it that I kind of want. So I'm putting this flower on top, and the other flower's coming out. But I don't want to hit those stitches. What I might do is actually come out over here, and then from here I can just go underneath and not into those stitches, but just underneath. And that to me is a happy little stitch. I'm getting close to my end. Just pulling on it a little bit and moving it along. So I might just carry on doing this, and when I'm finished doing this, I'll come back and we'll do another stitch. Let me say that again. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've just gone around I've gone around the flower and just made the petals. Nothing exotic, and now I'm going to come into kind of next door to the middle where I don't know what I'm going to do yet, and I'm just going to put a few running stitches going out. So I'll just follow this. Oh, I don't know if you can see, I've got it on a funny angle, haven't I? So it's starting to get, the material's getting very stiff. So I think because of all the stitches that you put inside it, it gets really, really stiff. So there we go, a running stitch there. And I'm just going to do another one here. Coming back down into the center area. I'm not trying to follow the other stitch at all. In fact, I don't want to follow it. Like, it's a little bit followy there, but now I've got this gap here, and I'm going to go over to the other side. I don't know why I work like this, where I'm kind of, that might be, oh, I don't know. I think this is going to be a bit difficult to say. So, yeah, I tend to go through the middle, and then from there I do the outside. So yeah, I just kind of, I don't know when I started doing this, but I noticed it the other day that I always seem to do the middle bit of the flower first, and then kind of work around. I've done my flowers all slightly different, so they're not too same. Well, I hope it's not. Like, I've done loads here, but these bigger ones, I've tried to do a little bit different each time. I just thought it gave it a bit more, don't know, the piece of fabric a bit more personality. I'm just trying to find the middle of that petal, and off I go again. And I'm going to do the same all the way around. You can see how it changes it. So see how that one looks really quite nice. It's got those lines up it, and these others haven't. So look, there's another big petal over here, totally different. Another, I did two together here that were the same. This one, totally different, a bit more like that one. So yeah, and so where I've got these big flowers, I'm just trying to add something different. When I finish this running stitch all the way around, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the center. Okay, I'm back, and that's all done at the running stitch. I did think I was going to use this, but after putting it there, I didn't actually like it. So, oh, the things you do. I do like this, so I'm going to use some of this. I kind of don't know what this color is. It's not orange. It's not pink. It's kind of a weird one, this one. So yeah, I've used it a few places on here, and I've ummed with it, but like, I've used it over here. There we go. It looks fine over there, but yeah, it's a little weird, the color of it. So I'm just pulling 3 strands off. I seem to like to use 3 strands, so that's what I'm doing. I like the thickness of it on this fabric. I know Maggie just uses the Pearl A thread, but I was like, oh, Pearl A thread's too expensive. This might not work. I'm not going to waste all that good thread on it. But now I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is too expensive. No, it wasn't. It's from Temu, Paula. It's from Temu. And I keep on buying the neon thread now. I'm like addicted to it. I can't stop myself from buying it. So what am I going to do in the middle, I think I'm going to do a woven stitch, not a weave stitch. Oh dear, my English is terrible today, isn't it? So let's go across to here. So I've used woven stitch every so often on here, and it's kind of like I'm refinding some stitches too. It's rather neat because you know, it's, yeah, I'm not inclined to do a woven stitch, but I thought, well, why not? It looks fun and funky on here. It really does. Really sweet. I really like the look of it, the texture of it. When I've finished with it, I just like the feel of it. And I know I'm not going to be like feeling this all the time, but I just like it. I just like the texture. So I've done an even number, which is not going to help me with my woven stitch, let's be truthful. And I know you're meant to use the other end of your needle, but I just use the pointy end. I'm weird like that. I seem to be able to go underneath, and I like it that way. So yeah, I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing, I guess. So that was under, so this one's going to be over. And it's just like weaving when you're at school, when you did your little baskets, when you made them. I don't know, maybe other countries don't do woven work. It could be because here in New Zealand with the Māori culture, woven work is, it's nice, it's highly prized, it's something we use a lot of. So yeah, we used to, I think I've already told you, we used to have a hangi and we made baskets. And so that was the first time I ever did any woven work, was for the food sat in it, and if your weaving was terrible, you wouldn't get a lot of food. The first year, of course, the teachers help you. So the poor primary teachers, you know, those first 2 years, J1 and J2, they helped us. So yeah. And I'm just going to put one more. I'm just going up. I'm missing this one altogether because I feel like I've used all of that. So, and I only need to weave these two. So I need to do under first and then over. And then I'm just going to come back up and I'm just going to go over. Just here. I want to go in that little gap where I've got a little teeny weeny little bit of white. There we go. I love that. I think it looks really, really sweet. Very sweet. I'm now going to go into the center of what I've just done. I know, so annoying, right? And I'm going to wrap around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it's 11 at a drink of water. And I'm just going to put some stamens up. The same place, I'm just going to do a stamen over here and wrap around 3 times. Just to there. I'm now going to go over to the other side. So over to here. I'm going to leave these ones. They were small, and I don't think it makes sense to have stamens there. So yeah, I'm just going to put them here. I want a smallish one around about here. And then I'm going into the center again. I'm doing a longer one. 1, 1, 2, 3, out over to here. Pulling on that long tail, getting it nice and taunt, how I like it. I'm going back into the center. And I think I want another long one on that petal. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, around about there, I feel. So let's have a look. Yep, that looks great. And I know I've covered the weaving in the middle. I know it's there. You will now know it's there. And also I've covered some of my running stitch, but I've left it over here so I can see it. So I'm just going to put 2 more up here, maybe 2, maybe 3. Oh, I don't know. Now you see, now I'm getting into the stitch. I want to do more of it. I'm a shocker. Oh dear, I do like the look of that. It's a little bit, maybe because that colour seems to be it seems to be fading a bit, so I won't see it from a distance, but I am enjoying it, so thoroughly enjoying myself here, just playing again, and that's what it's about. I really feel this is what Maggie's work's all about. It's just having a little bit of fun. So I hope she would agree with me that it's all about fun and not seriousness of embroidery, because these are embroidered stitches, I know. And I'm just going to do another one just to be difficult around about there. Oh, my thread's starting to split a bit, so this will be the last one I do, but I just want a little one, and it's nearly, the thread's starting to become difficult to use. There we go. 3. And I've just realised there's nothing in the middle over here as well. Never mind. But we've done a flower together, so you can see how I do the flowers, and it's rather fun and funky, isn't it? It's loads and loads of fun. And there's my back. Oh my goodness, it's shocking. It's shocking. It's all over the place. Oh dear. Now, I'm not going to throw this out or put it somewhere. I'm just going to put it back on the, hopefully I can, so where's my finger? There we go. I'm just going to put everything back on here with this. It's just something I like to do, just to keep everything nice and tidy. See, I've got some colours in front of me. I just need to, can't be that. Oh, I've tipped over me Ort container. I've got Orts everywhere now. Ought to have not done that. Let's have a little look see. So I've got some leaves to do down here, which I'll most probably do a neon green. So let me just put this neon green here, so I know that I'm going to be using that over here. It gives me an idea of where I'm going. Let's have a think. I've got yellow here, I've got yellow here, so I shouldn't use a yellow. That's a big no-no, Paula. Do not use a yellow. I am tempted to use an orange, which I don't have a lot of around, so I'll use an orange here and an orange around there. I'm going to use that lovely sparkly purple just in here. So I'll do that one first because I'm kind of thinking French knots. I'm nearly out of this, so I need to go out to Pink Possum, if she's open at the moment, and grab some more of this lovely, lovely thread. So I just need 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Move that to the side. And I'm just going to do a really easy French knot in there because I can't think of anything else, and I think a French knot would be rather sweet, I guess. Well, hang on, let's see. No, I think a French knot, yeah. Our school was off today. The teachers are on strike. They're not getting paid enough. But I don't know. I'm going to be a shocker here. I'm not very happy with the results that the schools are getting. So if they want more money, they need to teach the kids better. I'm very unsupportive, aren't I? Well, oh, look, I don't know. I know they work really hard and they work long hours. I get that. And it is a bit of a thankless task. But when my kids were at school, we'd just got this new maths in. So you didn't need to learn timetables and all that sort of thing, because unconsciously kids knew how to do it. And I will say to you what I said to the teacher when she informed me of that. What a load of rubbish. Kids do not know something you have not taught them. They do not know that, if you have a whole apple, if you cut it in half, that's called a half an apple, unless you explain it to them. And that was my method of thought. And so our kids had to learn the timetables, and we taught them at home by rote. That's something that I did off my own back. And for English, I encouraged them to read, and in fact we would give them more pocket money for each book they read. And it's something that we did. We were encouraging our kids to, to go out and learn and to succeed and to be what they want to be. I don't know, but we were not impressed with this whole method of new maths, so we taught the kids the old maths, and it stood them in good stead. And in fact, their classmates were getting lost, and our kids could do things in their head. Teachers didn't like it, but there's nothing they could do about it. We were being disobedient parents. We got called in a couple of times, told off for doing it. That's not how we teach anymore. And I was like, tough. I was most probably their worst nightmare as a teacher, as a parent. I'll tell you now. But it worked. It worked with me when I went to school. It worked with my husband when he went to school. It worked with the grandparents. We don't know why on earth they stopped doing it here in New Zealand, but they did. And now, of course, kids are having trouble reading, and they're having trouble with their maths. Well, not our kids, because we taught them the proper way. And what have they gone back to? They've gone back to doing it the right way, the way that they said that we were doing it wrong. Well, they want more money. Oh dear, I'm a shocker, I really am. And actually, I do think they are being underpaid, because a teacher, when I was a little girl, many, many years ago, a teacher and the backbencher at Parliament were on the same wage. They got the same amount every hour. A backbencher now is getting I think it could be 35 to, look, there's a wood pigeon. 35 to 40% more than a teacher. And that is wrong, because what's the backbencher doing? Not a lot. There's a wood pigeon in the tree next door. It's lovely. I wonder if I can get a picture of it. Most probably not. If I went out there, it'd rush away, wouldn't it? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll put on my, at the end, I'll put a picture of a wood pigeon. So there you go. That's all finished. It's just got French knots, and it's a bit glittery. It's not glittering at the moment. I've got all my curtains closed because the sun is absolutely streaming in after all those terrible days. Oh, the weather here went to the dogs. Oh, it was so cold. It was so cold, and I was thinking, I want to light my fire, but I don't really want to light the fire because I'm not home enough to light the fire, but the fire needs to be on. It was that cold. And if the girls had been at home, I would have had the fire on. And that's just how it is. But it's just, it's me during the day, and, just put on a house coat, Paula. It doesn't matter. My husband's at work. It's just me at home. And the house didn't need to be so hot that I'll get everything heated for when he comes home. So yeah, I was, that's what I did anyway. I just felt better about it because, I always, and I didn't feel like struggling also with a fire, because I am like the anti-fire lighter. Now I decided it was going to be orange in here, didn't I? So here we go. Just a little bit more. I will try and shorten this. Hopefully it's not too long. If it is, I'll just cut things out. Gosh, that wood pigeon is looking so cute. I am going to press pause and see if I can get some footage of it for you all. So just excuse me while I do that. Well, I did manage to get some footage of the wood pigeon, so that will be on the end of this video. I'm very excited by that. Gosh, he's such a beautiful boy. or a girl. I think it's a boy. So what tree is it in? Is that a kowhai? I think it's a kowhai tree. It's in bloom a little bit, not a lot, just a few bits and pieces of yellow flowers have come out on it. Oh, he's really going to town on them. It's so, so beautiful. How lovely to see the wood pigeons. You see, spring is coming. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. Right. Let's go here. Now I'm... Oh no. No, thank goodness for that. Okay. I'm just going to do a few French knots inside. Yep, here I go, French knotting. I don't know, it's my favourite knot. I think this was like one of the first things that I got right when I did harding, wasn't it, French knottings? So yeah, my friends used to, oh, why have you got all those French knots on the piece of harding? Because I found it so darn relaxing. That's why I've got so many French knots when I didn't need them. Oh dear. I'm just going around twice now. It's exactly the same stitch. I'm just putting a few in. Oh, I do love that. So, so sweet. I wonder if I can get 5 in there. 3. Sure hope so. Oh, it's not quite sitting right, that one. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not. Because when things go on this table tray, it'll flatten it off. 4. And the lucky last one, 5. I'm actually surprised I can hold a needle today. I burnt my, well, I say it wasn't me, it was my husband. I had a peppermint tea and he just put hot water in it, and when he went to put it down he dropped it and it landed all over my hands. Oh my goodness, was I in pain last night. Oh dear, didn't sleep very well, which is most probably why I'm a little bit tired today, isn't it really? But never mind, never mind. Well, I did mind at the time, and boy did he know. I was really grumpy about it actually. I was a bit naughty, but it was a horrible, horrible thing to happen, and oh, my hands were so sore. I thought, oh no, I won't be able to crochet, I won't be able to knit, I can't do anything. And last night I couldn't do anything. I sat there and I was so grumpy because I couldn't do anything. Oh, watch TV without something to do. Oh, so boring. So there's nothing on TV at the moment. It's all rubbish. Oh, hang on, wasn't last night Tuesday? Oh, darn, I could have watched Gordon Ramsay. Yes, today's Wednesday. Oh, I could have watched Gordon Ramsay and Kitchen Nightmares. I do love that, where he goes around and he fixes up all the restaurants and that sort of thing. So, yep, but could have done that. What am I going to do here? I think I'm just going to do a daisy chain all around the outside here. I haven't quite got my needle at the right angle, so it makes a daisy chain hard. Oh dear. There we go. I've sorted it all out now again. And just a piece coming down into here. And I'm just going to do a long bit there. And a bit more of a daisy chain coming out of this daisy chain. And I'm going to go all the way around, I feel. So as I said, there's absolutely no rules with this this doodling that I'm doing with thread. It's just so darn relaxing, really is. It's so nice. So I think I'm just going to leave it to there. Oh, that looks lovely. And then I've got this one here. I hope I'm still on camera shot. So yeah. Now this time I might do it a little different. Coming out to here. And then around to here. No, not that long. Yep, to there. Oh, that's a hard one. And then down to here. And then from here, it's coming up and around again. So really, really simple, as you can see. Simple, simple stitches. Very relaxing. I think I've said that a lot today. Oh, I feel so relaxed. I still haven't had my drink of water, which I most probably need to do because I'm not drinking enough water. I know this, but yeah, look at me. I'm unrepentant. Unrepentant. Oh dear. Oh, would you believe it? It came unthreaded. It's a big mess on the back there, but not too bad. Got the right end of the needle to thread. Oh. Nope. Needs a... There we go. Oh, oh nope. Oh, the wood pigeon's still up there noshing away. Crikey, must be hungry. I must look up what they like, and maybe I can put some seed out the back there for it. And since I know there's some wood pigeons in the community, he just looks a bit hungry, that's all. Maybe they've come down early from the hills. I don't think so. Have I seen them at this time of year before? Do you know what? I can't remember. But I do love them. They make a lovely whooshing sound when they fly over your house. So beautiful. I just love the sound of wood pigeons. And as you can see, the New Zealand wood pigeon is a lot bigger than the wood pigeons, I don't know, you get in America, you know. I think that's where I saw it, Mary Poppins. No, that's England, isn't it? So feed the pigeons. So yeah, feed the birds. Tuppence, tuppence to feed the birds. And the bankers want them to put the money in the bank. Just going to do a stitch around there. A little bit of the orange. It's got out of whack a little bit here. So I'll just pull on the different ends. It'll be the one end I don't pull on. And this one here, I'm just going to hold it down. I'm going to couch this down in position. And that's going to be that flower all done. So you can see you take as long as you want on it. As you can see, it's kind of just playing. I don't know if I'll have this finished tomorrow when we do our catch up, but at least this time, I'll tie that off when I'm off camera. We've done some of this together. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. We've done these flowers and all of the leaves over here. I think I'm still on shot. And what else did we do? I think that was it. That took forever, didn't it? Oh, there was something else we did. I'm sure there was something else we did. Oh, I can't think. Oh, the love hearts. We started off with the love hearts, didn't we? Love hearts, a few of the leaves. I'm going to finish that off tonight. And now all these 3 flowers are finished. I need to get in and do these leaves, which I'll do with this. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Maggie Morrison piece of stitching that we're doing together. And the wood pigeon has gone. Oh, he's disappeared. All right, well, I'll see you all tomorrow. And if you did like this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and thank you all very much for watching. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.